quite an ending, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was. To be brutally honest, we didn't play well today. We didn't play well at all, and obviously losing Brad early to the hamstring hurt us, because then we had a pretty young back four and a pretty young midfield out. So that didn't help us in going to goal down. But even though we didn't play that well, we stayed in the game. We kept trying. Sometimes it's painful to watch. We kept trying. The boys kept going. They never backed out. And I just see them in there. It's a funny game. Even the best teams in the world have really bad days in the office. But if you still try and do the good things, if you still try and win the 50-50s, be positionally sound, stay to the organisation, stay to the structure, and try and keep doing what's right, you get generally rewarded. A lot of the times you get rewarded, and I think what I'd say is we got rewarded by sticking in there and keeping it. I think the crowd kind of helped. They were great. They could feel a little momentum. I think the substitutes helped, and this is 2 weeks in a row now, 2 MLS games that we haven't played that well, but we're down to 10 men, and we came back and got a very good point away to Kansas City. And we weren't really that great today, but we scored late again to win the game and to win the Trillion Cup. And that's what we've got to get used to at this club is the start of winning things. And we tick that box, we take the Trillion Cup, it's great. Now we look on Wednesday.
But the beauty of having Jermaine Defoe in the roster is that even when your team isn't necessarily playing well, he's still capable of scoring 2 goals.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I mean, exactly. You give the man a chance and he'll take it. And that's priceless in any team, in any league. And that's why we brought him in.
What's Bradley's status?
Hamstring.
But do you know how long he'll be out?
I think he just tweaked it. I'm guessing, mate, to tell you the truth. But I'd say it won't be. I don't think you'll see him before the World Cup, the World Cup break.
Okay.
What changed with the substitutions? Obviously, something did. Immediately after Gilberto and Dero came on, the team had some more confidence.
Well, yeah, that's a bit of experience in there, just a bit of, athleticism in Gilberto, and it's just a different kind of picture that Columbus had to look at. And Dero, I thought, was really good, because he started wanting the ball in these little seams that we weren't getting into, and it makes their backline have to make awkward decisions when we're very predictable, and it wasn't sticking to us, and it was just one of those days. But that's why you make the substitutions, and you hope they do, and it's a credit to the guys who came on, because I think he turned the momentum and it turned the tide.
Right. In connection with the substitution, was it to get back into the game? I thought it was a good job, but I just want to know your thinking in regards to the substitution. Was it to get back into the game?
Well, just quietly, I don't think we could get any worse, so so I was in a winner there. No, you have to read the game. You have to read, where you think, they could be vulnerable, and what type of personalities could then expose the weaknesses. And sometimes you get them right, sometimes you get them wrong. But it's all up to the players. It's got nothing to do with me. You make them, and then they've got to deliver. And the players who came on were fantastic. But even the guys who are on the field, sometimes it's tough in games, but you've just got to stick at it. You've got to, keep going, because as soon as you drop it, they could have gone to 2-0 or it could have gone to 3-1, and the game's over. You're done. So you've just got to keep your concentration, and they did, and and it's nice to see, because everybody, all you guys used to keep reminding me and keep telling me how many goals we used to concede in the last. I said to you, it'll turn, and it's just great to see a couple of them go in our net, but that's 4 valuable points.
And that's why I asked that, basically the first game this season where you came from behind and won the game, so that's why I wanted to know your perception with the substitution. First game this season.
I'm not going to say that's the end of it. There's going to be times we're going to be up and we'll lose, and because that's football, but it's just, I don't think it's happened in front of the fans for a while. I think Columbus might have been last year we got one. No, it was just great. It was great for the fans to enjoy a win. They can go away, and then we've got a cup. And I know it's a Trillium Cup, but for me that's winning. You know, they still get to lift it, and it still means something. And that's one that you know, we can take. So now it's Wednesday is a big game for us, and we're looking forward to it.
How valuable was it to have Daniil Henry out there? He scored twice in 2 games now. Just can you talk about his ability in front of goal?
Well, he's got amazing athleticism. He's a lovely spring. He's a good timer of hitting and of hitting the ball, and it's just reward for him for being brave and, you know, and trying to make an impact in the game and not letting the game kind of go by and then look in the mirror at night and go, God, I wish I'd made that run, you know. As we've all done, you know, you'll do. You're like, oh God, you know, could I have done something? Well, he didn't. He did it, and you've got to be brave. You've got to put yourself in the arena, and you know, he did. He went for it, and he got his reward by helping us win this game.
You mentioned the inexperience of the midfield after Bradley Orr and even the back line without Caldwell there, and even Julio Cesar, all the experience he provides to them. What did you think of Henry and Hagelin back there and how they held themselves?
Well, very well for you know. I mean, Nick's only played a handful of games in this league, and Daniil, you know, as I said, you know, he's just still a young man in his career. So, you know, yeah, I have faith in them. I think they're very good players, and I put them out there because I have faith in them, and still have faith in them. And I thought they did really well. You know, I'm devastated, and they'll be devastated. We conceded 2 goals. That's not good. It's not good at home either. But in saying that, I thought, you know, it's great for the future when we can put out the Daniil Henrys, the Nick Hagelins, the Daniel Lovetts, the John Ozoros, the Kyle Beckers. I mean, these are still really, you know, raw in terms of MLS experience, and so they'll only get better.
Brian, you spoke about Daniil's goal, but on a personal level, I mean, you would have taken anybody to score the winner, but how happy are you for him after what he's been through on the field over the last few weeks? It's the horrible beauty of football, isn't it? You know, one day you're the villain and one day you're the hero. You know, it's just what he's got to learn is, and what he'll learn, and generally what happens, especially at centre back, especially as a young player as a centre back. The highs and the lows are very high and very low when you're a centre back and you're that age. I've experienced it myself. You know, you generally make mistakes that hurt you, but you're brave enough to score goals and that. And those highs and lows will drop right down. And then he'll start throwing out 7, 8s out of 10, and he'll be a fantastic player. But you know, for him, it's what I love about him, as I've always said, is that no matter what happens to him in the past and whatever people say about him and this and that, he still puts himself on that field and he still tries his hardest to win for his club and his fans. And for me, I respect that. I really respect that. On the second goal, am I mistaken, did you go zonal? Is there a thought about having a guy on the post there with the ball in?
On most corners, you wish you had 14 players. Yeah, so yeah, I'd love to have a guy on the post. I'd love to have zonal. I'd love to mark them. Yeah, I wish I had 3 more players. I'll be saying probably the same thing. So.
How do you feel as Roberto responded to not being in the starting 11?
Well, he wasn't feeling that well on Thursday or Friday actually, but when he came on, he provided an energy, and I think he obviously set up the second goal and some athleticism, some speed that on a tiring backline. So he thought he did really well when he came on.
Do you plan on drinking from the cup tonight, or?
Not after those guys have drunken it. No chance.
Thanks, Carter.
Thank you.